welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you about at the Autism Planning Board, which I attended yesterday via Zoom. At the Autism Planning Board, our group, which I've been talking to you about before, this focus group that some members of the self-advocacy group I attend have set up, called Disabled Autistics Matter, which is my idea of calling it Disabled Autistics Matter, and that's a good term that was agreed on. I was like, so I just turn the light on. Oh, it's dark. That's better. Yeah, I was, Black Lives Matter. So I think I had that in my head. So I thought Disabled Autistics Matter, and also the acronym DAM sounds good. It's like, damn it. So the other day, one of my fellow advocates, who's also very, very against the neurodiversity movement, did an amazing presentation. I was very, very impressed at the APB. It was a very good presentation, incredibly well scripted, very eloquent. I think she obviously spent a very, very long time crafting this presentation, putting it together. And I've read it again because it is very, very good. So all credit goes to her, really. Obviously, this is a group that's, as I say, a couple of us from the self-advocacy group have put together. And it's Disabled Autistics Matter. So she did a presentation the other day, and I've taken some notes in it because I just thought you might find it interesting, really, to get a flavour of what was in the presentation. I don't see any harm in telling you all, because after all, Disabled Autistics Matter, the whole aim of our group is to obviously get recognition and to get other people to become aware of our existence. And we're going to be putting together a website and getting onto social media and things like that. So I just thought I'd just talk you through some of what was talked about in the presentation, just so you can get an idea of what we're about. Should any of you want to, when we do get the website up and running, I think there's also going to be a membership list as well, and I think we're going to be quite inclusive as to who can join. I'd have to double check. I think we'll even be including people who aren't in the UK, but I'd have to double check on that, so don't quote me on that yet, because I'm going to have to find out that. But we want to be as inclusive as possible in our membership anyway. So of course, when the website is up and running, I will let you know the website address as well, so you can go check it out. I think it's going to be a Twitter handle as well. So yeah, so the DAM presentation. So what DAM is about? So DAM is about trying to sort of gain recognition of the rights, representation, visibility and welfare of people disabled by autism. So the aim is to give a voice to people with disabling autism who are marginalised by mainstream organisations and discourse, and to provide an alternative to the neurodiversity movement, which is harmful to people with disabling autism. And the definition of people disabled by autism is that people disabled by autism need support to function. They're significantly impaired in completing activities of daily living. They're unable or severely struggle to meet the milestones of adulthood and independence, employment, relationships, etc. And then a list was given of what are called activities of daily living, ADLs, which is a very long list, but some of the things included is, your ability to cook and feed for yourself, housework, cleaning, ability to take care of children, life admin bills, benefit forms, employment, education. So, you might have had special educational needs support at school. It's likely that your difficulties would have been significant enough, for you to have got some, what's the word for it, recognition of disability at school. I guess a bit like I was, even if, for disability itself isn't exactly diagnosed until much later, but there's likely to have been, some special educational needs kind of, because of the nature of disabling autism, obviously, unlike those who are more able, you're going to be having more difficulties, that are of an obvious nature. Friendships, relationships, obviously, it was made clear that, you'll be impaired in a majority of these ADLs, but obviously, people will have different strengths and weaknesses, so by no means will you necessarily be impaired in all of them. That would be quite rare. I mean, take me, for example. I'm great at cooking. I've got, I can cook amazing meals. I'm great at cooking. That's one of my special interests. I'm a great cook. that's a kind of ADL which I excel at, but that's one of my like splinter skills, and that's because I'm very, very interested in it. It's quite useful, but my special interest does happen to be in a functional area. But obviously I do really, really struggle in other activities of daily living, such as filling out forms, my cleaning, obviously I can't work. I really struggle with relationships and maintaining friendships. I've got very little idea about how they work, and all of those things. So people will be different in the ADLs they struggle with, but the key is that they will be impaired in a majority of them. And also, people disabled by autism are the majority. They're the majority of the autistic population, so 80% cannot live independently, and 80% are unemployed, or alternatively, they're in very low-paid, low-skilled work. Yet a tiny minority who live conventionally successful lives are heavily favoured in the media as the spokespeople, and are also overrepresented as participants in research obscuring the symptoms and needs of the disabled. And the cause for this could be partly ableism, that seeing disabled people as undesirable failures, and also that the less disabled a person is, the easier it is to have the time, the energy, and the ability to access these roles. And this obviously is a form of favouritism. Now, the neurodiversity movement denies autism is a disability, a deficit. They often say it's just a difference, and they're in positions of influence. Their version of nothing about us without us excludes all but the most able, and this results in a marginalisation and erasure of disabling autism. So I'm going to move over to video number 2 now, just to carry on running you through the main kind of areas of this amazing presentation. So moving on to video number 2 now.